So check this out, guys. So a few years ago, I was invited by a friend of mine on a conference called Work Your Wealth Conference. So in this conference, this was 2015, they were talking about Bitcoin, they were talking about Forex, they were talking about real estate, they were talking about the gold business, right? So I got interested in Bitcoin, got interested in the gold business. I was not necessarily interested into the Forex. I was already a real estate agent running my own real estate business. So my keen interest was on those two, the gold business and the Bitcoin business. Now I only got into the gold business because it was the lowest hanging fruit at the time, and I started working, in that business. And then as I learned about why invest in gold, as I learned about, the different, things, how money gets created, things like fractional reserve banking system and all of that. And later on in the years, of course, after having burnt my fingers on Bitcoin programs, I got to understand what Bitcoin is, how it works, why it exists. I realized that this was actually a much better version of actually gold, right, in terms of what it can do. So I then focused on that. Now, me focusing on that, I had a mentor at the time, and when I came into the Bitcoin mining business, I came with that mindset that we actually were going to create what was called Wealth for You. That was going to be the name of the company, and we were going to come as a group of guys who were going to do multiple projects, at the same time. This was good for us as the guys were basically running it. It was not necessarily going to be good for people who were actually going to be coming and consumers of, this particular thing. So when I told my mentor that this was the plan, this is what we wanted to do, she said to me, this is what she's saying. She said, when I look at all the guys who are top earners in network marketing, guys who are earning $1 million and so forth, none of those guys do what you do, what you're talking about, right? But I'm not saying don't do what you're saying you're going to do. I'm not saying it's wrong. But what I'm saying is that none of the guys I've seen have actually done it. So maybe you'll do it successfully, and you'll come and teach the rest of us so that we can also follow suit. At the end of the day, we want to succeed, and we want to succeed at a very high level. That's what she said. Of course, I took that as for what it is, and I decided to actually forego of every plans that I had and just focus on that one business. Me having done that, and I actually even closed my real estate business and focused on that particular business. That decision, though initially it didn't sound smart, it didn't sound like it was a wise thing to do, I then went on to make millions through having decided to focus on one thing. Now, I'm not saying the people right now who are building multiple network marketing businesses are wrong or anything of the sort. No, all I'm saying is that I'm saying exactly what my mentor said, and that is the people that I have seen myself, that I have personally followed, who have actually achieved at the highest level in this game called network marketing, whether it's be people like Brian Caruthers, whether it will be, people like Eric Worre, people like Holton Bugs, people like Alex Morton, people like Anthony Powell. I mean, there's so many of them. None of them actually made 6-7 figures in network marketing doing multiple businesses, right? Maybe that's the old way of doing it. Maybe the new guys, our generation. So maybe there will be people who are going to earn 7 figures consistently so, and also help other people to do so, doing multiple things. That still remains yet to be seen. All I am saying is that you have to make a decision as to, at what level you want to play this game. How high do you want to go? And if where you want to go, you have not been there yourself, look at people who have been where you want to go, right? It's like what Brian Tracy says about success. He says success is actually quite simple. You find people who have succeeded at what you want to succeed at, copy what they do, exactly how they do. Only when you succeed do you then sit down and basically improvise and do things according to the way you see fit. But on your rise to success, it's much more easier if you're gonna follow people who have succeeded at that level and then copy what they do and do exactly what they do, right? So that's my philosophy when it comes to network marketing, right? The question then, what if the company fails? What if it fails, right? But what if it doesn't fail? There's nothing in this life that is guaranteed. except for, you know, you putting your best foot forward. And that is what is actually important. So that's what I've decided, that, you know, I'm going to put my best foot forward, and I'm going to build one business. I think I've found a business that basically suits me, that I love, that I believe in, and that's what I'm going to focus on. And again, it doesn't make me right, it doesn't make the next person wrong. We actually decide to do otherwise. We have to understand that in this day and age, the schooling system taught us that, you know, for one to be, for whenever there is a right, there's actually you know, a wrong on the opposite side, you know. But I believe that, you know, people can coexist, ideas can coexist, you know. It's only time that will basically tell, you know, which one were the best ideas, right? So yeah, man, I hope you you learn something from this. But the bottom line is, let's all go to the top, for the bottom is overcrowded.